Hey everyone, this is Jay with Southern Bayou Adventures. We're going to do some more cooking today. Today, we're going to do meatloaf. If y'all ever had meatloaf, man, that's something good, boy. I tell you what, you get you a meatloaf going for your family, get them some mashed potatoes and gravy on the side, maybe some peas or something like that. They're going to love it. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to put this meatloaf, I'm going to show you how to make a meatloaf. An easy and quick way to make a meatloaf. So y'all just hang on there. We're going to get our little bowl out here. And I got about 1 pound of hamburger meat. We're going to put in that bowl. And then I'm going to chop up an onion, because I like onion in mine. So I'm going to chop up an onion here and get that diced up and ready to go. Boy, this onion right here, that onion peel, boy, that's peeling all over the place. Come on here, I probably should have prepped that a little bit better. But anyway, we'll just push it off to the side there. So what I like to do with my onion is I get this onion and I chop it up pretty fine. I mean, I like to see onion pieces in my meatloaf, so I ain't gonna look at y'all because I got this big old knife here, so I got to pay attention to what I'm doing here, so I don't lose a digit. So I'm just gonna cut this up real quick and get this going, and we're gonna put it in there. So meatloaf. I like meatloaf because you can have meatloaf one night, and then the next night you take them leftover pieces of meatloaf and make you a meatloaf sandwich, and that's really good with some American cheese on it and a little bit of mustard and ketchup on it. Man, it's really good the next day. So, but tonight I'm making just regular old meatloaf here. So put that in there like that. And then the next thing we're going to put in there is we're going to put us an egg in there. Because the egg kind of makes everything come together on it. Gives it a little bit of binder. So, and then I got this here meatloaf mix. And it's made by McCormick. And you'll see these meatloaf mixes down in the spice section over there at the grocery store. And yeah, I just look for the cheapest one because they all got the same stuff in them and everything. So, it just find the cheapest one. I mean, you can buy this McCormick one, but you don't have to. I usually buy this grocery store brand one because they're usually tend to be the cheapest ones. So, and when you're cooking, you want to cook on a budget. You don't unless you're some gourmet cook up there in New York City, you don't need to be buying all that expensive ingredients. Because all them ingredients are the same, they just got different labels on them. So now what I put in my meatloaf is I like to put Ritz crackers. A lot of people put bread in there and breadcrumbs and stuff like that, but I tell you what, Ritz crackers is the best thing that you can come up with to put in a meatloaf. And my wife actually showed me that trick because I used to put bread in here. So I just take me a handful of Ritz crackers, and I use about a sleeve of Ritz crackers. And so I just crumble it up as small as I can get it like that. And I use the whole sleeve. So, that I like a little bit more bread in my meatloaf. So I crumble it all up on top. Y'all see that? And you just squeeze down on there and get that going like that. And that's part of it now. And then I take and I put a little bit of pepper in there. And I put a little bit of salt in there. And then I take the ketchup. I got some ketchup and I put ketchup in mine. you don't want to put too much in there because it'll make it real juicy, and it won't stand up when you cut it out. It'll be really soft. And I put some just plain old yellow mustard in there. And then I put a little bit of Worcestershire sauce in there. That gives it a really good taste. Yeah, that's about enough. That's about enough. And then I dive in. I dive in with my hands. I know some people like to try to stir it with a utensil or something. Not me. Not Jay. I get in there with my hands and I just work it because I want to make sure everything is incorporated into this meatloaf. And so I just get in there with my hands and work it around until I get it all mixed in together and incorporated. And so, ooh, this is going to be a good meatloaf. It smells good and it ain't even cooked. So you get in there and you make this meatloaf. This is going to be a very hearty meatloaf right here. And but you want to get all them Ritz crackers mixed in there really good, and you want to get the onions distributed kind of evenly in there, and all them spices come together. And so once you get everything in there nice and good and mixed in and everything, next thing that you got to do is you got to wash your hands. Because like I told you before, when you're cooking, you got to look good. And the only way to look good is have some clean hands. So this is the dish that I'm going to cook this in today. It's just a baking dish that I got. And I like to spray it with some non-stick spray. Just like that. And then I take this meatloaf and I grab it and I put her in the center right there. And put it in the center. And then I want to pat it down. And if your pan's square, you want to make you a square meatloaf. Because you want some little edges all the way around the side. So any grease can get around the side of this meatloaf. And it has like a little trough to let your meatloaf drain to. So hold on, I'll pick it up here and show it to you in just a second. So just make it nice and pretty, because when you're cutting it, that'll give you some pretty. See those little spaces I left all the way around it? That's what you want. And you want to put that like that. And wash your hands again. Always keep your hands clean. Never know when that health department's going to show up. Right now, she's over there at the store, probably Hobby Lobby or something. So I know my health department woman's going to be showing up here soon to eat. So I got to make sure I keep everything nice and clean. So I would go back with a little bit of pepper on top of mine. Like that. And then I take a little bit of Worcestershire sauce and I go over the top of it. Like that. Just put a little bit, drizzle a little bit over top. And then what I do is I've got the oven preheated. And I preheat the oven to 375. And this meatloaf is about the thickness that I usually cook it at or make them at. So I'm probably going to be 45, maybe 50 minutes on the cook time on this. But you don't want to burn it. So don't set your timer too high. I would set it to 45 minutes and then go in there and check it. And you can check it just by cutting it in half and looking and seeing if it's done in the inside. Because I like my food done. So I'm going to go ahead and stick this in the oven. And then we're going to go ahead and let this go. And I'm going to stick it in the oven right there. And I'm going to start this timer for 45 minutes. There you go, 45 minutes. So we're going to let that cook for a little while, 45 minutes. And then we're going to come back and check it. And then on the top of this meatloaf, I'm going to make a topping that goes on. It's kind of a sweet and savory tomato topping that goes on top of the meatloaf. You've seen some meatloaf that's got that red topping. I'm going to make that red topping for you. And it's so easy, you're going to be surprised how easy that is. But I'm going to show you how to do it. So y'all just hang tight and I'll be back. Okay, y'all. Yep, there's the buzzer. I came in here just in time. Now let me get this here, this timer buzzer to go off. All right, so that meatloaf is looking good. And what we're going to do, get it out of the oven. All right, so that's what the meatloaf looks like right now. It don't look pretty, but I tell you what, it's done and it's going to taste good. So we're going to put this right over here. Top of there like that. Now, this sauce that I'm going to put on top, we're going to put this sauce on top of this meatloaf, and we're going to put it back in the oven and let it set up. So how you make this sauce is you got some brown sugar, and you got some ketchup. That's how easy it is. Ketchup and brown sugar. And you mix that together and put it on top of meatloaf, and your family is going to love it because it just adds that little bit of extra what to a meatloaf. So let me mix up some of this. You want to get a pretty good generous amount of there because you want to be able to cover the whole top of that meatloaf. So I usually get your spoon here and just I put about 2 spoonfuls of brown sugar in there because I like my stuff sweet. So, and then just take it, you just kind of mix it together and just kind of stir it up. I got a little tiny bowl here. Probably should have got me a bigger bowl so I could have stirred it up a little bit better. But this bowl worked just fine. And just get all the lumps out of it and just stir it in, and then just pour it over top of your meatloaf like this. And just pour it over top. I like just pour it right there in the center. And I pour it over top of meatloaf. Now, and then you want to kind of work it out to the edges. Just like that. Just kind of work it out to the edges and get it kind of all over top of this meatloaf. Now, when it starts heating up, it's going to run down the sides a little bit. But with that brown sugar is going to set. And it's going to set on top of this thing. And man, you talk about good. Woo! You take a bite of this meatloaf with this stuff on top of it, and it's like melting a candy apple over top of your meatloaf. It's so good. So that's what she looks like right there after you melt it over or you put it on top of it. And then what I do is I stick it back in the oven for maybe about, I don't know, about 5 minutes maybe. You got to watch it real close because it'll burn fast. So let me stick it back in there. Let me set that timer. I'm going to set it for 5 minutes. Set it right there for 5 minutes. And that way we can see if it's going to be done just by how it sets up. Now, I'm going to go ahead and let this run for 5 minutes, and then I'll be back to talk. Okay, so we let that set up. We let that set up for about 5 minutes in the oven again. And let me grab me a spoon over here. But that's what it's going to look like. Cut me a little piece of that. Oh yeah, that looks good. That looks really good. I'm going to try a little taste of this. Boy. Man. That tastes good. This meatloaf turned out really good. I'm taking another bite of this. Now this is a fine meatloaf right here. My wife, she come rolling up the driveway from that Hobby Lobby where she been all afternoon shopping. because they got all that fall stuff on sale over there. You know, they can't wait from one season to another, but they got all that fall stuff, so she spends half her day in there. But she gonna smell this coming up the driveway, and she just gonna think, she just rolled up into old Cracker Barrel somewhere to get her some meatloaf. So this is a really quick and easy recipe, and it's very good. Your family will love it, and you don't have to put the topping on it if you don't want it. But if you do want the topping on it, you can. It just adds a little bit something different to it. But y'all just keep coming back and subscribe to me. Subscribe to my channel. That way it'll notify you whenever I got or pop up for you when you turn on YouTube. But just y'all come on back and because we're gonna cook something different next time, and we're gonna just have fun cooking these southern dishes. So y'all be good, and we'll talk to y'all later.